bars. Didn't even get to bras.
Hey guys, Zazo here. Welcome to my channel, and we are just checking out some Savage 7 raids. Of course, I put S789 up first. Wanted to get on YouTube. I said share your raids now or forever hold your complaints, so might as well make him first in the video. That will make that player very happy. He or she. And I put a few gems on Zazo today. Not a lot. I just put enough on to usually do gem boost, stuff like that. I never like putting too many gems on at once. But that is the start of getting ready for a push to 6K. Hoping the clan is motivated in doing a push as well. I told them I will try hard to do a video each day of the push as I go up, which will obviously include mostly attacks from other members inside my clan, as usually I only put about one of my raids inside of each video. The odd time I do a solo video, but not very often. And so that means in about 4 hours, the season will start. I'll have to do some recording so that I can give some tips on how I feel a person should start the season as well. If you've listened to me over the years or anything that I ever do say, you'll know that I've always said save those shields for the start of the season. Personally, I like to do the 1 day first, then the 2 day. If you take a calendar month and you figure out the cooldown times of the 1 days and the 2 days, there virtually is no difference, and you will have them back and ready for the next month as well. So there really is no difference except for one little thing, and that's the fact that when you first put on that 1 day shield and then you raid it down, and then you do your full session, and then you put the 2 day shield on, and then you raid it down, and now you've gotten usually about 2 days to 3 days knocked off of that 1 day shield cooldown time. So that means within just a couple defense, you'll be able to put another shield on, have a little breather again, because remember, the start of the season usually is the worst. You're always going to get hit with bad defense. But at the start of the season, everybody's reset to 5K. So if you're anywhere near that zone, you're going to be whaled. That's what's going to happen. So have yourself prepared for that. Have your shields ready. Another thing I like to do is, if I'm in session, which I am right now, just before the new season starts, I take a defense so that I also have 16 hours of shield ready, a fresh shields ready, sitting there. And then as soon as the season starts, boom, I go in, I start looking for raids, I raid that shield down, then you do your full 6-hour session time, then you put your 1 day shield on. Now, if you're really motivated, you can raid that 1 day down, do another session, put the 2 day on. I recommend just kind of chilling out then for a couple days due to hard defense. But if you want to keep going and keep making gains, that's the way to do it. Go through that 2 day shield, burn it down, and then take your defenses and hope that everything's okay. And then at least within a few days, you're still going to have your 1 day shield back again. So you'll be able to, like I said, catch your breath, get things back. But then you're 5 days. There is no way to avoid that, but I just like to do it that way, because if you do the 2 day first, then the 1 day, then you've got 5 days right away that you're taking defense. So there is no way to get away from that system, that no matter what you do, no matter how you juggle your shields, even if you're down lower and you do the 13-day shield strat that I've talked about before, it won't matter. You're still going to end up always getting that 5 days of defense. And then in 5 days, that 1 day is going to be ready. So is the 2 day, if you've done things right after the 1 day and after your session. So you'll be able to put it back on again, and you just repeat that to the end of the month. But remember, of course, there's only 3 chances to put on the 2 day shield, right? It has a 10-day cooldown, Your other shield has a 5-day cooldown, so you can put it on, 5 or 6 times, the other one 3 times. So that's about all you're going to get no matter what you do, no matter what way you juggle it around. It's going to work out that way. But there definitely is little tips and little things that you can do that will help you at the start of the season. And those are some of the ones. So if you're a 7 and you're listening, or you're an 8, or you're a 9, a 10, 11, I mean, that's what you do at the start of the season. Just before the season starts, you make sure you're paying attention to your shield times. You make sure you're paying attention to when the season's going to start. If you put on the 10-day shield and it's not going to be ready till 3 days into the new season, you don't really need it yet. Usually that's done. I mean, if you were in that last season and you were almost at a record, of course you would use it, right? You're trying to do everything you can. But if you're just going to start pushing and it's a new season coming up and you want to start to gain cups, don't worry about those defenses before the season starts. It's right at the season that you might want to worry, especially if you're in that 5K area more so. Now, I do practice what I preach, so on Zazo 2 and on Zazo and on Zazo 3, who I don't use any shields at all, I do have all shields are sitting, waiting, ready to go. New season starts in 4 hours. Like I said, Zazo's in a session right now. I think I have to take a defense before the season ends anyway. If I'm not at the right number of cups, I'll try and just raid it down a little bit. And just before season ends, I'll pull my shield completely, log out for 5 minutes, take that season end defense, and then in 10 minutes when the season starts, go back on. Hopefully I'm right at that 5K spot. So that's what I'm trying for. I took a minus 53 and then a minus something else. I lost a raid today for minus 5 or something, but I mean, that's petty candy compared to getting minus 53, and then I'm sure it was in the next one was in the 30s, but so that did knock me down a little bit lower than I wanted to be. I'm in the 4900s, so 4970s I think at the moment. So I'm trying to just bounce up and over that mark, so we'll see. And the update is getting closer. I'm kind of getting anxious to see what they've done this time. Oh man, I never know anymore. I used to be so excited, like in 2014, and then 2015's updates came, and 2016's and 17's, and now we're in 18's, and I don't know. I've seen a pattern forming, and it's slowly getting worse. It's like they just keep coming out with new problems. It's like instead of just taking the game the way it is right now, making everything perfect, and tweaking little features in those things to make them even better, they just keep coming out with new stuff. So I have no idea what this next update's going to bring. I see some stuff already, but of course eventually later in the year, I don't know, probably December, will be Town Hall 12 by then, but some people don't seem to think so, but the game's not going to stop at Town Hall 11 forever, so people are going to keep wanting more and more. Better troops and better attacks. With that comes better and bigger defense, and more headaches, and it's a never-ending snowball. And had some pretty good raids. I don't know that I would have taken on this Town Hall 10. I gotta say, getting some savagey players out there. And 8.9, if you're pushing a Town Hall 9 this season, try and get yourself over 5K. The new season is starting fast, and it seems as though we're almost up to a 48, 4900s as the lowest in the clan at the moment. So hopefully people will pick up the slack and we can get over that 5K. I do imagine everybody that stays over 5K probably won't get cycled. Like if you're at 5K and you're number 49 and somebody else joins slightly over 5K, I don't know that we'll cycle you for that person. So we'll just try and keep hopping down to a minimum and see how things go. But that is it for this video. And like I said, some great savage attackers out there on them Town Hall 10s. It takes a bit of balls to drop them down. So good for them. Anyways, I'm out of here. Peace.